Now they bring in Lake. They have that massive performance at EPO, flying through the group stage without dropping a map. And then 2 days ago, they get completely bombarded against Bestia. It wasn't even close.
Exactly, and that's my concern, because you talk about the fact that everything you said was on paper. In practice, Bestia 13-5 and 13-1 them. They have to avoid that here for M80 just to spare their embarrassment, let alone their tournament lives. Rek is the first casualty here on Inferno, a legit map pick for the Bestia side, as the pistols are live and in effect. Zoc and Thomasin are going to try and become thorns in the side of the T side as well. Trades are good for Swisher, but not good enough to maintain a man advantage. And Luchop is hearing them coming in towards Speedway. Will fight to do some damage, will also lose his life. But Lake's on 40, Swisher's on 47, and they've got a 2 versus 3 post-plant to fend off.
Yeah, it's not going to be an easy retake. Even though the HP is quite low, you got to find those kills fairly rapidly. M80 still with a slight chance to get it. They need the first kill, though, and Swisher already getting tagged down. There goes the headshot from the Julies, and now they've spotted out Lake. This is surely impossible for him to pull off a 1 versus 3. Yeah, they don't have a kid, but there's just going to be too many bodies, too many pistols firing his way, and there goes Thomasin. It's a double for him, a triple for the dual Berettas of Zoc and Bestia. Pick up their first on Inferno. Yeah, one of the things going into this game, obviously, we are expecting a lot of the people looking at Bestia are probably watching them for the first, second time in their lives, right? Probably the matchup against M80 a couple days ago, especially if you're not following the America's RMR and some NA competitions, was the first time. Bestia's Inferno is actually quite legit, so if you're M80, you're after a good start. This is not exactly how a good start looks, though.
Luchop has started the frag counts. Now it's going to be able to take one back on Lake as well. Sin, good for a Tech 9 trade, but Noxy is next up the task. Flashbang turned away from, still from range. Fights on Slack. Backstabs to Thomas and also closing in as well, but Noxy's not done. A triple found with the MP9. Wonderfully held. A lot of cash flowing their way to the CT side.
Of course, still bringing in a lot of experience. Was part of that Isurus team for around 6 years. A little bit over that even.
Considering that Donk won his first ever Katowice at 17, it really goes to show how old, how late in the day that really is for some players. Early into the round, once again, M80 are going to try and force the issue back on Bestia. They actually do overwhelm a 3 versus 3, so credit to the Pistons for dishing out the damage and getting the bomb plant bonus. But obviously, it's still a 3v3 with plenty of retake potential for Bestia, so I'd imagine they can still overwhelm these players. Blax is the one key threat here in the post plant, so with a Noxy will get caught off with this one. Around the corner, the AK just looks to hold. Sin goes falling, and Lane actually is the man to get the kill on Noxy. So yeah, 3 casualties worth. Very good eco from M80 right here. Lake isn't quite done yet, but the 10-second stick of the defuse. I mean, there isn't a kit. What? Hang on. Thomasin may just let the round go without tracking that position. He's 1 versus 1, and he's out of time. I can't believe this Bestia. I had all the faith in the world that they had the confidence to retake the bomb site, and it felt like they did.
Not gonna hit the mark properly, but Bestia starting to rotate people back in towards that A bomb site. They're gonna have a pretty decent setup, but the bomb is walking back towards B right now. So even with that opening pick from Noxy with the AVP, it's gonna be all on Luchov. Slow them down, buy enough time for the rotations.
25 seconds. There is enough time to make it to the bomb site, but how much can Luchov resist here? M4 behind the smoke and opting not to take blind sprays. Naz back will be turned towards this long position. Now got to turn on towards it, and Lake and Rek can turn around the man advantage. 3v3 with Thomas. It's double and denying the bomb plant. You're right, it's timer again, affecting M80. No, they get back to the bomb just in time. Plant to the backside, 2v2. Luchov is waiting for his backup to arrive. Noxy on the AWP here. There are AKs on the floor for him to pick up. Luchov looking onto the taps. Doesn't land that headshot. Got close to doing so, though. And Rek just waiting outside of the bomb site for them to extend a little bit too far forward from Graveyard. He'll get checked. Luchov just can't land the confident hits, though. And Rek and Slacks can take him down with assistance there from the German. Noxy just got to have to run for it, grab the AWP and save, because M80 are better evens. M80 not having the same level of intensity, but they're able to hold their own here in this matchup. They should be able to take the lead over these pistol players. Noxy, he's got his AWP posted towards the cross. Let's see whether he can get any sort of casualties against the T side. Flash actually body blocked. None of it's not really going to affect Noxy. Still finds Sin for one decent pick. And look towards the right-hand side. Another bomb carrier. Okay, hang on a second. Rek's caught. He's DC'd. Oh, this really isn't good. M80 might need some more intensity right now.
Oh, no.
Noxy unscopes. They're down to 2 men though. 5 players Bestia on the retake, and the shot doesn't quite connect. He's forced it in that respect. Swisher trying to trade back here against Naz. A reload caught off on the big green gun. The pistol players are all on that corner, and Swisher being pressured, slack, and Swisher can just hold the line. Disaster averted for M80. It's good for us.
Like most NA players, by the way. Yeah, it's hilarious for us. Probably not for the social media guys in this team that need to tell them how to give interviews, but it's great for us.
Good start from Lake. Luchov trying to aggress straight in. The HG's landing at the CT side in this round. Actually done quite a lot of damage to Slacks. 19 points of health. Lake also on less than 50. Trade potential quite decent for Bestia. M80 with that initial push up towards Banana. I'll put him to back off of the aggression. It will fall away.
Yeah, falling back into that A play. And this is really good right now. You've pushed the CTs back. Right now, going into that A play, you just know if there's more than 2 people here, they're just running a gamble. Zok will get aggressive though. He spotted 1 in towards middle. That's going to be a free kill. Are you ready for them to be that close in towards the apartments? Answer is no. Wreck. Wrecks his world, and it's just Noxy left. IGL all alone. Flash is absolutely perfect, and Swisher will delete him out of the bomb site. This round is over. This is just a save for Bestia. M80, get 4 on the board.
Amanda's advantage coming back to bite them there on M80, wasn't it? Well, for Bestia rather specifically, the kill coming in, just decimating that first player, and then when the man in apartments fell, there really wasn't much that could be done there.
I mean, it was an ESEA Advanced 28 NA.
Right, okay.
Yeah, playoffs.
So,
We're still 14 playing Advanced playoffs.
Yeah, that's credit to him. He's come a long way in the 6 years.
And now you're
Now
20.
trying, yeah,
you're
now
getting
trying
destroyed by Argentinians.
But still biting for a chance to try and get into the top 8 of a top-level event here in the Counter-Strike calendar.
Yeah, that's a nice way of saying he was all over them, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
They had no chance, but this round they might have a chance. Look at the minimap though. Look at how quick they are on the pushing towards middle. Noxy just needs to delay them a little bit.
One shot, get the kill. Get the tag onto Lake, getting close. A second one on Rhaegar. This is perfect. The footsteps that should be heard. The bomb carrier is still going to get caught by Luchov and Naz. And they're all over the bomb site now. The defenders of the T side, even caught by a jump face in from Luchov. Noxy caught Lake in the headshot of the scout. Wow, what a wonderful round for Bestia. Even the 2 tags have been more than enough, but the extra kill on top of that. Beautiful stuff. HG's against Tomlinson. Luchov still with a double up on the AKs. Continues his spray, but finally gets taken down by Swisher as M80 forced the issue, but they've lost so much for that kill. Gonna pop out of the apartments, but no flashes in from the mid control will allow it. Flash available for Swisher, but he is on the site itself. Naz now fighting on Sin, and now the engagement really comes through for Noxy, who just continues his spray onto the second headshot for Swisher, as they are just mowed down outside of the out position. The 1 kill.
They just can't go up banana, by the way. Look at the utility. Lake has been trying to do so for the last 30 seconds. He just can't make a move.
Being stopped time and again. Flashes against Lake to keep it blinded. Third flash in for Luchov to take a fight. It's Naz to get a kill straight through the smoke on Sin. Lake will try to see if he can pick up the pace here. There are counter utility pieces there for the CT side. A smoke coming in. I think actually goes ahead of the half wall, so they're allowed to walk forward here, M80. Noxy's all barely catching vision. What a flick that is to Lake.
That is so crisp, and now you're forced to go for the A play, right? You've spotted so much utility. You've spotted so many rifles and Yope.
30 seconds to it. Smoke start coming out towards Coffins and Cross. Blocking off Noxy's vision. Naz on the boost, however. Shots ringing out, blinded to hear those footsteps. Third man on the way in, blocking vision. Very nicely held together. They stalled for time, allowed those rifles to just clean house there. Wonderful again from Bestia.
And this is not great. You know, if you're M80, by the way, they do have high confidence, and obviously they have the firepower to back it with, but when you just got annihilated by Bestia a couple days ago, now you're going into this game probably thinking you're going to be a lot more comfortable against him. And the map starts like this, the feeling, the vibes are not going to be great.
Getting more of those confident moments out of Bestia is putting M80 on the back foot. As time goes on, it will continue to expand. We'll at least trade about 1 player or Thomas in. But just how quickly that kill came in, a return came back from Bestia the same. Sin is low HP to that exchange. and they don't have any rifles they can pick up. Yes, there were 2 players dropped in at brackets at the entrance, but the AK, as you can see, is right at the feet of Zoc, so there's nothing they can do to recover it.
Luchov is alone, though, and this could be quite dangerous. It's all about the timing. Is he going to be ready? Absolutely not. Gets run down, and this is what they needed. A bit of fortune, a bit of misfortune on the side of Bestia, and there goes Rek with another one from Boiler. And this should be where they call it off. Surely Noxy doesn't go through this. Surely he doesn't risk it.
AWP basically in a one-shot kill position, and there's so many players around him. You'd imagine the trade will also be good for the M80 side, and
they want to go.
He's got that backup man. Incendiary forward. Sin gonna have to make his move out because he's low HP, but they dink down Noxy. Zoc's AK can't even get away with late there. The Orc can land the one shot, no more than the one shot. M80 looking for one more to make it even at the turn of the half. Bestia will look for that number 7. Let's claim the half out right here on the CT side. Now down to 13 points of health, unchecked, but a quick swing to Swisher. He is good to get that kill in the end, but Thomasin fast to respond towards the man. Miss Smoke going to block him off. He's going to face ahead of it. He's considering it. Might even line up 2 and doing damage to both, but not able to get either of the kills here. Quick reactions from M80. Now getting towards that B bomb site. Luchov is alone again. He's going to stall for as long as it's humanly possible. Smoke's getting seen by Noxy. His AWP needs to land a frag, get right back into the apartments and get out of dodge.
Oh my god.
Oh, he unscopes at the wrong moment and Slacks peeks into him. That's a desk slammer if I've ever seen one. And a 4 versus 2 for M80.
Oh no. Yeah, this round is over. I mean, you gotta save, and honestly, this was Noxy just not having enough trust in his teammates. I'm actually surprised that they're... Oh no, actually, sorry. It's the final round of the half. Yeah, just had one of those moments, folks. You know, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I guess they will give it a go. We're going to talk about Noxy there in a little bit. Luchov and Zoc will still give it a go, but yeah, no Molotovs, no smokes, just a couple flashes to work with. This should be pretty much impossible to pull off, even when you know there's a player in towards the pit. Luchov's found one, turns around, Zoc picked up another one. There's no way. There's no way, and Rek will be able to hold on, but that was a jump scare and a half. Trying to get closer to the bomb site to help someone? Nah.
Those weren't going to see James for much longer. Well, we're not going to see him anymore here in the Thunderpick World Championship. I digress. Rek going to find Naz to kick things off. The pistols lightning fast from Bestia. And a quick plays forward as well towards the B-bomb site. Will attempt to get ahead of the smokes here. They do not see Swisher. He's forced them back by not giving them anything, but that wraparound may well be called in nicely to the T side. They were backing off for M80, but they started to recognize the mistake they were about to make. 3 players back on the defensive. Noxy, what a swing that is. Sin is down, 4v4. 2 players per team per bomb site.
One spotted.
Taking fight, Slacks Goosh down, damage done towards Noxy. Close quarters from Swisher. You can get 1, Slacks will get Thomasin in the end. 3 versus 2 scenario. The bomb's going to try and make his way up towards the B-bomb site. A plant down from Zoc. Lake knows he's unsupported, so he'll peek in slowly, get his way, and get the pistol for M80. Surely Noxy cannot clutch this.
No, absolutely no chance. 15 seconds, so many angles to be clearing out. You got to pick up the bomb, got to try and find the kill into the player that's towards the back of the bomb site. He can't even find the bomb. There it goes. Time is already out. There's only 5 seconds, and they're just toying with him, just dancing around. Now you see me, now you don't. And it was now you don't see me, and now you do from Lake as he picks up that kill.
Yeah, Swisher taking banana contact, and 4 players now on the M80 side on defensive. Smokes coming in initially to try and look towards this long contact. Sin thought he had kept him at bay, but Zoc takes the peeks in as he started blind firing. So Mac 10 kill. Not quite seen from range. The pistols are what get it done ultimately. Slacks all caught off by Thomasin, who gets 2.5 kills. Rek takes back Noxy, and he's got Zoc back towards the left-hand side. Now creeping forward, and the Tech-9s have done it. Oh, Bestia, what a steal this is.
They just started running forward. They thought it was going to be a B-split. They were so pressured by the fact that Swisher probably was going to get split on.
Thomasin try the ladder. 10. May well find a pick or 2 here in the apartments. Rek seen, found, Slacks down quickly as well.
Yeah, this is lovely. And now they know exactly where Lake is as well. 5-7. Naz is not even giving him the fight. Look at how cautious they're being. Look at how diligently they're approaching this one. It's not giving any opportunities whatsoever. And that should be able to, or should be enough to seal the deal with just Sin left. Gonna try and get on top of the smoke, but Zoc is there locked in. Force buy doesn't pay off, and now we're entering quite dangerous territory here for M80. And pretty much every single time they lose the CT side, they lose the map. And whenever they win it, they win the map.
Well, it's their CT side up to task right now, and they're losing the CT side at the moment. Reckon Slacks are going to try and change that narrative as they get the 2 kills required. The trade's decent against the first man, and Luchov is caught dead to rights on Lake. Low HP in that exchange. Noxie's also taken the 61. Thomasin takes his fight, and Noxie can force out the player on the boxes, but Slacks is closing in real quick to dish out the last kill. It's Sin that steals it from beyond the smoke, and M80 can get an 8th back for their favor, but Bestia...
Yeah, this is good enough though for Bestia, right? Minute 15, you know they've utilized a lot of the nades. You're still trying to bait it out. Thing is, M80 have done a really good job at actually having a lot to work with. You're still looking at 3 Molotovs, 2 smokes in the mix. They can actually delay for quite a while, but look at the walk. They're gonna be so close. Flash is absolutely perfect, and there even is a team kill in the mix. It's a complete shutdown all across the map, and it's just Zoc and Luchov left.
Couldn't have placed that util more perfectly. Smoke even better on the timing. Luchov and Zoc trying to peek in towards Sin, who still gets Zoc on the way out of the round. Swisher there to close out Luchov, and by all accounts, it was a triple for Sin. It might say double on the kill board, but that
sure.
basically was a TK that was only forced out by Sin's lineup. I mean, see it again from Naz's perspective. I mean, yeah, that's not that great for Bestia, of course.
No, I could go as far as to say that this entire round was on the utility, by the way. So we could give Sin 0-5, right?
Yeah, well placed by the captain. M80 up to 9, still trying to recover the deficit. Swisher trying to engage the boosting players and did get a ton of damage towards them, but he's taken out. The HG's returning towards Sin will put him on the back foot. He's called in 2 more players worth of backup. The B site is under attack, but it has not fallen yet.
You've left Rek all alone, though, so that's the big issue, right? If a lot of time passes, you gotta get active. You gotta get aggressive into Orsby.
We smoked off the bracket's entrance, but the main attention again is turned towards this B bomb site still. Now picking up the frag and the player back and leg. Oh, he's thrown up a triple! As he waited and baited, he lost his teammates, but he may have just won the round with it. Thomasin has caught Rek towards the A bomb site, but now he's got to win the clutch in the one-on-one. Lake moving up the position, swings for the kill, and makes it a quadra. A massive round, and an all-important one for M80 to even the board.
That's why he was getting hyped up. It's not because of consistency. It's not because he's going to be the most complete player right after stepping into the big scene of Counter-Strike. It's about those moments. It's about seeing that he can bring that X factor to the game.
HG damage both ways again. So quick, a Bestia trying to make their way up towards his position. The MP9, a Swisher win out against Luchov. Second player on the corner being so damaged by Naz. HGs will try and protect Swisher. No one's there to receive that casualty. He's got another kill and another kill. And almost another kill right there against Zoc. 28 points of health. He's not doing much more in this round. Swisher on his lonesome nets a triple. And M80 by individuals are clawing back the lead.
That's absolutely crazy. And if you're Thomasin and Zoc right now, what do you really do? Bombs dropped in the middle of Banana. You have no presence in towards the apartments and towards A. A is not really an option. Zoc is down to 17 HP and you need to go back B. The only thing that you have going your way is the fact that you have 2 smokes and 2 flashes, but you don't really want to give away your position. You're just relying on Thomasin going absolutely nuclear here. That's the only way.
You went nuclear in that first series against M80. Then put expectations for this one, but right now they need a miracle moment. They need a hero, and he is the best candidate. Din and Slacks. The German duo of the M80 side, smoking off Slacks. Sin still waiting. Before it blooms, though, Slacks sees Zoc, takes him, takes his backup as well. And Sin was not even required in that exchange. Now M80 are up in the lead. Slacks leaning forward. Rek has already posted. Smoke start coming down towards Long. Moto and Long itself smoked off. Kill for Rek. Zoc responds. Doubles up towards Swisher. Slacks moving on. And Naz has caught him. The aggression not working for them. 2 versus 4. Bestia have the bomb site. and M80. I mean, they've got cash on leg. They can buy for another round right here, so they might as well try their hand at the retake, because it is round 23. If they can try and counteract this against Bestia, then perhaps they can make this a very stellar way to go into the next map with a victory. Sin leads the charge. Zoc backed up towards the backhander. The sight gets the kill in for the M4. Naz trays. Sin getting dinked down, faced by all three. Bestia hold their nerve and they hold their round.
First one on the board. One more, and it's OT. Look at the aggression, though.
Oh, Thomasin finding Lake. I think at the very edge of that smoke there. Finding advantage for Bestia once again. Swisher, look at his press forward towards Banana. Is Luchov ready for this? Ready for some sort of aggression, perhaps. Flash in again. Swisher detected just about. Luchov reduces M80 to 3. Sin hiding behind that stack inside of that smoke. It will clear away. He is waiting for Bestia to make their move. He is waiting to find a Lake-like play. Slacks, meanwhile, his AWP over on the A site. Pixels away from spotting a T-sided player. Needs them to extend a little bit more. Instead, I'm going to put utility down. Start looking at a challenge, but that bomb is on the way in. Sin needs to get Noxy and needs to get Luchov as well. Just diving out of position. It's all Pixels away from seeing contact. And for all hell breaking loose in round 24, Doctor scored Slacks. 2 to line up. Sin only gets one of them. That's not good enough for them. Wreck a 1 versus 4, hearing one player rotating back, peeking right into Thomasin, who reacts so well to it, and Bestia.
Yep.
MR3,
hands in the air like you just don't care. Get ready.
Well, I was going to say, keep your arms and legs inside the car at all times.
No, that's boring. That's boring. It's boring unless you're on a real roller coaster. Yeah, you got to keep them in.
Aggression finds a fight on only one. Damage done towards Naz. Sin gonna incendiary it off as Bestia was executed towards the B bomb site. Molotovs towards the backside. Sin's gonna use that to extinguish. That might bait them here. Behind the second box, he waits. They're gonna check for the new box. Zoc is actually gonna get checked on towards Sin's position, but Naz got caught through a smoke by Lake. 3 versus 3. Bomb is being recovered. Should get planted soon enough as Zoc sees Lake coming in towards the church. 2 kills to his name. Backstab of Wreck works up to a 2 versus 2 set M80. They're not done just yet. That flash is ineffective though.
Who do you want to make first contact though? Slacks has got a Molotov. He can force people out of position. Same for Wreck.
Molotovs in towards new box will push Zoc into the open space behind the pillar. HG's towards Dark. Don't quite catch him there. Slacks or pin shot down. AK incendiary out of position, but Slack still lands his kill. And M80 succeed in the retake.
You can just see the flow of communication, right? That was perfectly played in the 2 versus 2. The flow of communication is okay. No, and the bomb is still in T-spawn. It kind of feels like they're still stuck in between 2 mines, right? You have around 60 seconds, but with M80 rotating so many players in towards the A-bomb side, the moment that they see that Yuto and nothing happens, they're going to start being a little bit suspicious.
HG's will dish out some damage. Thomasin wins the fight on Wreck and baits in the AWP. Slack's going to use that incendiary. Man's not pushing for it. Lake on site. Slack catching a kill back. Zoc, he'll to trade him, and Lake will have to respond towards the man. Incendiary's on the bomb site, and close quarters from Naz can deal with Sin. Lake now pressured. 59 points of health. Noxy getting damaged up. He doesn't know where to look. He doesn't know where to aim. And he gets caught by Naz from long, getting onto the bomb site. The plant is secured. Swisher a 1 versus 3. Known about to the T side line. The HE will confirm position. And Naz will get caught and knocks you down through the smoke. Naz needs to fall next. Thomasin, he's holding. Flash top. Naz is caught, but a spray does not go back from range. Thomasin keeps control for Bestia. Well, I said 1 off the top of the board.
Yeah, he's... Oh, okay, yeah.
1 off the top of the board.
Yeah, sure.
No,
you know what? Don't put any blame on man for trying. Yeah, I just missed it. Lake doesn't miss this one though. This is looking a lot more like it here for M80. Opening kill. Hopper hurt as well. And again, Bestia thinking about doubling back, but a lot of damage done to Thomasin as well with the Yuto. And going back to the B play, I mean, M80 still have a pretty decent amount of Yuto to work with.
Sin's gonna smoke in his hands. Will put that up as soon as he sees resistance, as soon as he sees presence here. Utility down, and then they'll just block the entrance. And just 33 seconds remaining. Coffins and crossbows will still come back, and the teams have to push forward of that. Swisher going to try and counter flash them, though they are fully blinded, and Sin can capitalize with two. Thomasin trades him. Swisher holds back. Bestia on the side, planting down a default. Sprays a little bit off for Swisher, so he reveals himself, but he's got 3 more players coming in now with extra support for the retake.
This is going to be so difficult to hold on to. Noxy, Thomasin, they just need some big work from the Oper, and there goes the first, but he's going to lead a little bit more.
Hearing them coming, the Orpa trying to get out of position. Slax expecting a peek forward, he misses that shot. And now the Coffins players will start to act. The Orpa spotted them. They're coming in now. Swisher looking at Thomasin. He's caught Slax. 2 versus 2. Lake's on the fuse. He's going to have to get this. Thomasin's being covered by Swisher. He's not peeking. And he's run out of time. M80 hold the advantage at the half.
It's not going to be an easy one as well. Thankfully for them, CT side, T side has been a pretty balanced game so far in Inferno for both teams. And money's not going to be an issue. You're going to have the full utility. You're going to have all the weaponry. But look at how quick they are to make their way out of the apartment. Zoc, he has the first one. Second player spotted. Needs to stay alive.
HG's down on Swisher. Oh, gonna get him. 8 points of help. Noxy's HG finally gets the kill, and the AWP will land on Slax. Sin trading one back as Zoc, but Noxy's being a major issue for them now. The lurk play from Lake is also just gonna clear Sin completely isolated. He's gonna have to go hero-like. He somehow gets Naz from range, but Thomasin trades him all that more quickly. Instead of accounting for Lake being on the bomb site itself, the footsteps will be hurt, so now they can hold the defuse. It's down at default, so there's nothing he can do to deny it here. He'll try and get exits, but that's not going to do anything. 14 apiece as Bestia equalize. M80 focused up towards the banana take now into the B bomb site. Noxy's posted, and he was about to lose Luchov, but Luchov will go ahead and join the defensive line. They come, lean in, shot for Noxy. Slax is picked up, the AK. We'll see utility coming in this direction. Incendiary is going to come a little bit too late to block him out of the bomb site. The flashes keep him blinded, and Noxy is going to get picked up for it. Luchov taking tag damage, edge of the smoke. He's flashed in, but Lake receives none of that blindness. Rhett follows up on the Thomasin. And it's a 2-man advantage for M80 here. The push forward of Naz goes nowhere. Denying the bomb plant only for a moment. Zoc is a 1 versus 4. It's not going to happen. M80 are on map points.
Deal away Bestia's map pick.
Nice HE. Got the double HEs from M80 a couple times now. Slax is going to pick up the opening frag despite Swisher and Rek's initial damage. Luchov first to fall.
It will be.
Leaning in. Establish themselves in the apartments first. Zoc's going to have to deal. Here's those footsteps, turns away from the flashbang. Thomasin, good kill on Rek, supplying and suppressing them for the time being. Zoc does well, but Sin and Thomasin, he's got a second, trying to get that third! Oh, the headshot with the last bullet of the mag has saved Bestia in this map. M80 not allowed to close. We go again.
Oh, and that's your hero. That's the one that everyone has been talking about in the last couple of days. It is Thomasin.
Unbelievable stuff.
I told you, man. It's just the apartment's demon.
Warp set in for Noxy. Shots on Slax. Good kill. Waiting for another pixel peek. Now he is unable to hit the shot, even with the extra information. The lineup wasn't quite there. Rek's going to find Zoc in the meantime as Thomasin now hunkers down for execution coming his way. The spray's a bit more awkward this time, though. He's got players on the corner. Naz needs to provide support. Thomasin's done the majority of the work. Naz now needs to finish the job. On top of the boost here on the default box. They know exactly where he is. The flashbang going to keep him off kilter. He gets back on the floor, and backup has arrived. M80 have been stalled out here. Molotov's attempting to force him into the open. He takes the fight himself, gets the kill, and Luchov's there. It took too long. They couldn't overwhelm the site defender, and Bestia take the lead back. I mean, even Luchov, he's like lowest of the board for his team, but you can still remember at least a couple of impactful rounds for the man. He's going to try and find one of those here as he looks forward first, hearing the player out towards the the barrels, finding Lake, knows that Sin's on that corner somewhere, unable to get the pick for it. Slax gets away with the kill on Zoc as Noxy's picked up. The A site has completely collapsed in the meantime. They fought so well towards B, they might still concede the rounds.
Was it just a crossfire towards brackets and the D's just walked out and deleted them? Failed smoke, Naz. Try and get ahead of it though. Gonna try to get hero. Flash goes high. Swisher ready for it, and every single one of them trying to jump onto the bomb site will just get denied. It's just Lucho for 1 versus 4, and what a time that would be for him to come back into it. Go out with another nuclear play, but it's just impossible. He's gonna try his absolute best, but just a little bit of chip damage done.
But all just because of those 2 picks. Those made the ultimate difference. When otherwise Bestia are on the right track to gaining that banana presence in the round itself. Now they're going to try aggression here. Thomas in straight up mid. Slack's been tagged, taking down Luchov at the very least. 2 lined up for Naz. Will take those 2 kills back. Sin and Slack's caught the initial, so it's a 3 versus 3. Naz needs to escape as Zok on the other side of the map has pushed into the second mid position and has taken down Rek.
You just can't get a break. You were just ready for the mid push. You get another kill in towards Banana. If you're M80, you're looking at a 5 versus 3, and then suddenly Naz gets a double. Zok pushes again in towards the apartments, and now you just don't feel safe going back A anymore. You gotta go B.
Noxy waiting. Or posted this crack angle between the half wall and the main wall. Sin can't lash in his teammate. That might have to be utility passed off towards Swisher. A boost actually. They will be seen, and Sin's given himself enough for Noxy to take the kill for the last player to make his move in and get shot down by another flick. Bestia.
I don't think Sin and Luchov have realized how big of a standoff 1v1 with the Util they've had so far in towards Banana throughout this entire game, but Bestia looking to switch up the approach a little bit. It's just going to be a straight up 5-man XZ onto the B bomb side, and they might go ahead of the retake Util as well.
Beaten to the punch, Molotov to push Swisher out to the open. Sin is going to get a kill back and try to drop down into the smoke, but can't provide support for error. Swisher is overwhelmed. 4 versus 4. HG's to open the smoke, but it lands too deep, so Lakers going to have to spray to get that vision, let alone find any kills against Bestia. Bomb plant will be secured. 4v4 retake, and again, both sides have a low HP player.
Yeah, this is not going to be an easy one. At least they have the Util smoke for the bomb, smoking towards Banana. You have a Molotov, a couple of flashes. You can give this one a really good go.
Lake should lead them up behind. Sin still low alongside that 3-man pack. HE sent towards Nubox, going to be ineffectual with Naz behind the pillar. Will find a fight alongside his teammate, but Lake gets both those picks. Sok returns inside the smoke. Noxy will hide the defuse held by Lake. Noxy, he needs to get him. He needs to spray. He's called a bluff that isn't there. And M80 are going to steal the round from literally underneath the nose of Bestia. But missed out at the last hurdle. Now they go to 17 apiece. Next round from that point again. Molly set in towards Banana as Bestia do look to take control. Incendiaries down towards Swisher, who still fights with a fantastic spray transfer. Burning to death at Naz's hands. Sin now howls a defensive. The M4 against Luchov. Transferred back to Thomasin, who catches that trade barely, but runs into Lake. Gap not smoked. It's Zok in a 1v3.
You don't want to give him fights. You just don't want to give him anything. Doesn't have a smoke, has a Molotov, has a flash, but surely, you know, he's either towards the left-hand side of the bomb side or in towards Coffins. You just need to play this one together.
Black's moving in through Banana. Zok's back is turned. Over the sandbags, past Coffins. Flashed in, checking for Lake. Sees the 1-man. Lake well aware of what's going on. The 1v1 fight is won out by Zok. That Incendiary is going to push him away from contact here. He can't peek onto the bomb. Smokes come down as well to ensure that Zok is protected. Slacks needs to body block it. Will blind spray, and Zok moves up, but he cannot get his kill. And M80 are now on map point again.
This round was pretty much over, done and dusted. Another map pick for M80. What is that, number 4?
Something like that. Swisher wants to capitalize on this one, though. Getting that opening frag. Zok is forced to trade it so quickly. One smoke is a ruse. Sin's called it out pretty nicely, but he's worried about the walk-up here. Second wave of Util inbound. I'll put that Incendiary out a little bit late to cut the first 2 players off. A flash to try and blind them anyway, peeking forward to that Coffin smoke. Still not getting forward enough to actually see the vision. Just blind spraying for now. HG's on the smokes, giving Slacks a key chance, but he misses the orb shots. Now's not the time to dip off and miss some opportunities here. 4v4 for the retake.
Still good utility on it, though. Smoke for Banana, Molotov for the back of the side, and an abundance of flashes. M80 still in a really good position.
Molotov used in towards Dark, where Rek is not holding from. He's on top of the boost. Flashes at the ready, they're going to have to put them in right now. M80 have already lost half their timer. Luchov getting wrecked, protecting Zok in the backline. Another flashbang goes over. M80 being flanked to their own right. Sin and Lake, they get those kills. Noxy lands on Slacks though, 2 versus 2. They've got to get on the defuse. Oh, Lake's been shot down, and Luchov will take back Sin as Bestia continue to fight on. I think the vast majority of us on the talent team actually predicted Bestia to go out in last place here in this group.
I didn't.
Who did you have?
Let's not talk about it.
Let's talk about the execution instead. Bestia quickly moving up towards the bomb site, and it's got Rek and Lake to hold the defensive. Rek's good for the 1 kill. Luchov's going to catch him. I think Lake is also known about, but he's behind these smokes. The plant can be secured. He can't deny that much. He's being chased down as well by Naz. But the players on the bomb site jump facing. I don't think Noxy registered where Lake is. They're tapping through that smoke though. Naz is hearing footsteps. Noxy's caught. Sin. Lake gets Naz. I have no idea how. Spraying through the box, trying to force that man out for the back wall. As Slacks goes down to Noxy instead of 3 versus 2. 2 versus 2. With Swisher's kill on top. Him and Lake forming up. Lake's gone down. Swisher with another kill. Where's the last man? Luchov's low HP. Burst fire. 1 bullet's all it's going to take. And Swisher may well know about it. Onto the defuse. Onto the corner. He taps that bomb. Holds it the second time. Forcing that man into the open. Forcing out the kill perhaps. No time left. I think he's done it. Luchov has done it. M80. They cannot find the retake.
Yeah, you better stand up and give him a high five. What is this round?
First time it's overtime at map 1, I guess.
You just can't imagine the smile on my face as I was saying those words.
Retaking nades, completely disrespected by Bestia. They're going in real fast. Luchov, straight shot on Sin. Switcher takes 2 back though. AK on the bomb site, 2 more out the front of the corner. Switcher getting given his 1v1 fight. Now Lake's involved here. A double through the smoke. Thomas in a Noxy mowed right through. M80, a stellar response.
You might have just, I don't know, lost your pet. He's just the same. Yeah. I was just trying to think of something really sad.
Oh. Shot of Noxy, Swisher's peeking in, Slacks and Swisher have been damaged early on by the CT side. Luchov with the kill that opens. Sin has got to trade it back, and that's exactly what he does. The AWP on Noxy now moving up to position. Only a leg shot landed. Slacks comes in with bonus support as he finds the AWP duel from a different angle. Man advantage taken for M80 here.
Look at the space though. They spot out the AVP in towards the B bomb site instantly. Zok is recognizing it and taking all that real estate. But look at Sin. He's moved back into position. Zok might not be ready. The off angle is really good, and this is a big kill for Sin. Now you're locked out. Now they know. They wanted to go B.
Smoking the cross. They've only got to deal with Slacks at the moment. Sin's now on the scene. Bomb yet to cross being heard. Sin's going to try and predict it. Blind fire towards the bomb plant position. The general angles that just can't quite seem to be found by the CT forces. No utility for the 2 Bestia players up in the retake. Backstabs coming in from Rek as well. I think Tomlinson's recognizing that right here. He's got to support his teammate at the same time. Smoked off and also flash blinded at the exact same time. M80 taking their sweet time with this position. Banana's going to get cleared. Thomas in. Central focus. Lakey's not ready for this. Back to our turn. HG revealed. Thomason's going to have to fight this fight. He gets his kill. Oh, he dumps up. Looks back towards Lake. And holds the double. Bestia. Last second holds come in. All good for them.
What in God's name is that? This game is absolutely crazy. Still a lot of work to be done, but you get 2 in the first half of this LT. You're just 2 away. 22 is the magical number. Just take the shot. There it goes.
Shot that HG required to get the info, but he had it trained on the man for the longest time. Advantage taken by Bestia. Thomas in ready for them to peek into the apartments, but not ready to take the kill. Rek's going to catch him, and Zok's going to get the hell out of dodge.
They're ready for the reaction bomb. They went towards T-spawn, and M80 were thinking about walking out. Not for now, though. At least you get that refrag. At least it's a 4v4, but it's looking like an A play once again in Zok. Well, it's off in towards middle. You want to make sure you don't get sacked down. You want to make sure you don't give it away. And again, feels like they're going to try and run a bit of a fake. And actually, bomb gets spotted, but Swisher still gets the kill.
Luchov down. Advantage Still sat for M80. Moxie is worried about a B lean, and so is Zoc. It'll leave it all on Naz to the A defensive, and that is basically him all alone to fend off for the rest of the round, or for the round itself. This is going to have to be a massive moment from him, else M80 would have evened up. Bestia now start the rotations of the second man back in towards the A bomb site. Kill struggling against Swisher, and Rek can take the trade. Advantage M80, 10 seconds on the clock. Zoc needs to swing out, catch a quick burst on towards Rek, tries on the bomb plot here. It's barely opened up, slacks his seat, the head's not taken, and he cannot hold on against the two individuals. Oh, the timer nearly came back, but not to be. Map point for M80, Bestia. Within one, as they have been multiple times over. Tomazin and Luchov are overwhelmed. You've still got Naz here. Nice HE. Smoke got to come down to block them away from the bomb site, though. They're moving in real quick right here. He puts it up, but the counter smoke's there for the T-side line. The blind sprays do not find Lake. His own blind fire. They're hearing the man rotate, but the players are still pushing on towards Banana. AWP of Noxy on the defensive. Naz has got a flashbang in hand. Smokes towards his position and towards Cross. One flash will blind off Lake. Second one will try to do so as well. It's all a ruse, though. He's the only man to push, and the AWP is now even more pressured. Lake is discovered. Rotation's going to come in real quick for Zoc. It's all on Noxy. He's been a massive man, and he hits the collateral with the tag on Rek. The kill towards Slacks, but Rek trades him quick. 2 versus 2. Retake required for Bestia here. They still hold a grip on their own map pick.
And you don't have the util this time around. No smokes, no flashes, no HEs, no Molotovs. It's just the guns. At least Rek is going to be low on HP, but eyes on Sinin towards the apartments. He could be the real difference maker, and the bomb is planted for him.
Rek held back in the corner. They're checking for it. Naz spotted. Rek with the kill. Zoc on the corner. It's caught the same, and M80 have finally done it. Bestia bested on their own map pick.
And what a way to lose it as well. You gotta feel like, as much as this is gonna feel like a moment of relief here for M80, this is gonna be the worst. And it could be really demotivating going forward.
Well, Thunderpick odds heavily skewed towards M80's favour as they try and insert themselves to the D-side first and foremost. Zoc, however, he's got other plans. 2 set to Julie kills in against Swisher and Rek. It slacks them out to take the returning pick, and a 4 versus 3 can ensue early on here. Bestia almost losing to the 3 versus 3. Tomazin closing in the pins to the backstab will take control once again. Lake is forced to respond back. You're right about that. Luchov is on 7 points of health. The swings towards Red, catching Naz off guard. Luchov is first contact as well towards the A ramp around. The USP needs some serious headshots, and Sin has pulled out the bomb a little bit too early. It gets recovered by Lake, but he's not ready for Naz. Peeking back in a temple, it's Bestia to take the pistol.
Being destroyed straight away. What I like for M80, though, they haven't really used too much of their util. They're not giving away the fact that this is a force buy yet. No one's gotten into a fight. No one's using too much utility. They still have a couple smokes, a couple flashes. Smoke comes in towards that donut position, and they might want to go through it with a flash there, or even push it towards Red. This is a massive kill.
Here, a rifle on Lake has taken down Noxy. They're looking in for a bit more on these pistols around the red position. Luchov fights onto Swisher. And yeah, it is. I'm surprised he got away as cleanly as he did. Naz jump faced in by Rek. Heads taken clean off. And Tomazin now back behind the big box. Burst fire onto Lake. Quick spray transfer on towards Rek. Luchov taken back by Slack. Zoc comes in with backup support from CT Spawn. 19 HP for Zoc. He's got to get a headshot on Tomazin though. And the bomb is in the open. Challenging continuously by Tomazin. The 19 HP M4 does not take its fight. Tomazin knows that he's got to win the triple, and that's exactly what he does. Unfortunately, I won't be there, but you can be.
I was just going to say, yeah. Unfortunately, me and Jay are not going to be there, but hey, you. Yeah, you. The one that is watching right now. The one that is just checking out Slack's pick up that crazy double kill. You can definitely be in Berlin, and Zoc actually give this one a pretty decent go. It still should be a done round, though. I mean, if you're better, you probably want to call this one. Oh, well, never mind. Now you go for it.
3 versus 2 to that pick in from mid. The bomb carrier will now make his way up towards bomb site. Naz going to opt to regroup with Tomazin, move on towards the retake via the back lanes. Wisher, no information to get heard, no footsteps or Any sort of utility offered up here by Bestia at the moment.
Great.
Smokes down, perfectly timed. That'll block off at least one player from sight. The M4 will reveal himself as Thomason starts walking. Is Swisher going to see? Yes, he is. Shadow advantage. Naz now back up on the site. Information towards Swisher and Lake, who will combine to get that kill. Here comes the utility. Smokes down towards long and short. Body block there by Luchov to provide a bit of a gap and a short smoke. Execution inbound with the bomb carrier up first. Zoc finding Swisher. Wreck is blinded. Lake's going to support him in the kill against Luchov. Zoc is waiting for a chance to strike a gap. And a smoke generated by Naz. Instead, he just pushes the smoke. Straight triple out for him. And Sin and Lake will try trade. Sin now 12 points of health to clutch the rest of this round. And 15 seconds to make it happen. Bestia know they're in the best spot possible here. Thomason just waiting for contact. As Sin his man. Sin gets the headshot. Surely not. 5 seconds. Head required. Onto Naz looking the wrong way. And he just saves the round for Bestia.
But it is a crazy play, yeah. You know what's the worst spot for M80 to play against a team like Bestia? Because you are the NA team with the youngsters. You're supposed to be the crazy team, but... Oh, they don't know.
Oh
my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zoc
back to the point.
Control.
You're supposed to be the crazy team, but you played a couple of games in EPO. You played a little bit of European Counter-Strike. And now you're used to people being a bit more orthodox. So you're up against Bestia in the server right now. Well... Shocking scenes. There will be a little bit of South America in there.
We're seeing how wild South America can be over the course of the week, and I think it was was it Legacy that pushed on? Yeah, Legacy, Imperial, or maybe 9Z that pushed the smoke over on that Anubis. I can't remember the exact opponent that they had, but it's not the first smoke criminal play that I've seen so far this week.
Listing 3 South American teams and saying which was the team that pushed the smoke, probably all of them.
I remember one specific clip on Anubis, though. I remember casting this one specific clip on Anubis, and my point being is that it's not the first one I've seen this week.
Sure. I can tell you for a fact, Phelps is pushing 5 smokes on average per game.
Well, speaking of pushing, we've pushed this one to quite the expensive round on M80's part. 3 players will fall as they try and deal with the pistols individuals.
Well, they do, yeah. I mean, they're still able to find a couple kills. It's not too bad for the T's. The main issue is that Bestia are still getting rounds on the board, right? Money might not be ideal, but this is still a 5-1 lead, and if you don't make this one work, M80, then you're going to be in a whole lot of trouble. Look at Thomason. He's just going to walk right behind him. Does he push through the smoke?
He may well do. Sin's got his knife pulled out as well. He's waiting back at the elbow corner. They're walking right past him. Oh, Thomason checks for it. Lake is down. Sin challenged by Luchov. Oh, Bestia. This is the Bestia we're going to see of them.
It's not Brazilian Counter-Strike. I know it's Argentina, but it's still South America. You can just see it in the blood. It's just that he's still pushing. He's pushing again. Look at him.
Oh, Slacks.
Look at him. What is that?
Wow.
You're supposed to be the calmer ones. You're supposed to be a little bit more diligent.
Pushes in towards Shelf for Luchov. On that smoke, not seeing T-side presence. They're out towards lane, and the flashbangs will indicate their position. Quick pop forward to Sin, read upon. Thomason supporting him with Lake's casualty. Luchov will get taken aback, and Zox walks right through that smoke. Swisher is going to catch Luchov until his Zox the same. The 2-for-2 trades maintain the even stance, but Thomason is left isolated in top mid, speeing the player. Burst from both sides, unable to connect the headshots. He's going to have to back off towards Donut because he could get surrounded here. Meanwhile, Rek working out towards A main. The AWP of Noxy is ready to receive him. He pops out completely dry, loses his life and all that utility as well.
I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. This game is impossible to follow right now. There's so much going on, and somehow M80 have been able to make their own to the bomb site. That's an instant headshot, Slacks. Will at least secure the bomb site. Bomb will go down. Thomason is pushing through the smoke. He's gonna get... Oh my god, okay. Swisher, able to turn around in time. And it's Noxy. A 1 versus 2 clutch on the cards. Open a Tech 9 in hand. He knows where the first one is. Knows that he's looking for the planter as well. It's all about the timing, though. Swisher, if he gets it right, they should be able to secure it. And it's Slacks to win the fight.
On 13 HP, he probably should get found out soon enough. SMG for Naz. So certainly not the best of buys here for Bestia. Top of that tree boost. Naz is going to get seen as well. well. The flick's not landing. Tomlinson found by Lake, Sin and Swisher also chime in, and just like that, Bestia are completely overwhelmed. Naz's SMG, good for one pick. Sin low HP on the corner. Low HP for Naz, all the same as Sin just pops his way forward, and Zoc, the best he can do is hold on to the gun.
Yeah, it's a great moment to switch it up a little bit, right? We haven't seen too many A rounds so far from the T side. It's been really B heavy, but now you switch it up a bit. You started as a default, then you go into that A play, you refrag efficiently, and Zoc is left with close to nothing. And this is the way back here for M80, by the way. You keep 4 alive, you're going to get that confidence up. Zoc is the only one alive. Money is absolutely ruined for the CT side. Heavily favoring M80 in terms of the odds. Of course, you can go and check them out. I believe there's a €600 bonus going on in Thunderpick, so make sure you see what that is all about, as M80 are getting ready to walk into 5 pistols.
And those pistols did start the round pretty nicely. Zoc's going to find Swisher as well on that M4, taking out the shelf individual. A 3 versus 3 can ensue. And AK can fall into the hands of Luchov, which is pretty good considering the fact that they didn't have any other rifles to begin with in this round. Unfortunately, he won't be able to hold much defensive here with the lack of the Kevlar on his own part. Noxy will try and peek forward to grab the other rifle. So if they can get away with the 3 guns out of this round for what was basically no investment, I mean,
they're going to go for it. Look at a quick flank. Look at Noxy. Oh, they're going to be ready for it.
Just been seen. Noxy, he's going for the fight. He almost caught him a jump up as well. Yeah, he's trapped in that corner, but Noxy has not got enough utility to suppress the man, and in the end he'll fall back. The other 2 CTs coming in from spawn there. They're revealing themselves. Flashes forward to the T side. Oh, and engaged for Zoc has caught one, and Slacks has been tagged low. Player in at the temple position is caught by Lake in the end. 2 versus 2, and they know that Zoc is still close. He's going to get the kill on Slacks. Oh my god! They just stole the eco! A quadra from Zoc, the hero rifle, the hero of the day!
This is just a face slap. You're just hitting your head up against the desk after this one. What? What a blunder. They're just sticking it straight away. I mean, I was going to say, you surely are thinking about those 2 players being close towards the bomb side the moment that you spot Noxy on the flank.
What a response it would be to what was otherwise a close and well-fought Inferno and their own map pick. Absolutely stunning stuff in this kind of round.
You can say that again.
Absolutely stunning stuff in this kind of round. A stunning shot on from Slacks. Noxy dead to right. Zoc, playing the end of the smoke here at the lane position. Will get both those kills. Oh, Bestia, they're firing up now. They're all warmed and ready, and they're now ready to receive on the A kit. The bomb's not with them, though. A minute for it to join.
This is awful. Wreck is a dead man. Oh, my God. Okay. You cleared that out. But as you pointed out, the bomb is still on B. I mean, it's all about the timing. Sin should be able to walk out and get a bomb plant, but this is so awkward right now. He doesn't feel safe anymore, but I think the CTs realize. They know. The bomb is not going down. We haven't spotted him out. We saw those 2 players in towards B. This is bomb down. This round is over. Nothing Rek could do about this one, and you can just see the disappointment on his face. This is that type of a round that you're just playing, but you know you've got no chance of picking up. This is going to be 9 CT rounds for Bestia on the map pick of M80.
I honestly felt like they were in 2 minds there in that round, because they had the 2 players entering onto the bomb site. The bomb was also simultaneously pushing up ramp as the rotations were getting called. I thought it might have been a sick little fake to gain the site, stall for time to get the rotations back up towards B as well.
You kick,
good thing this isn't
you
boxing,
punch.
then.
Yeah. You jump on top of them.
You curb stomp them. Yeah, just casually throw all the violent acts in there.
Throw a chair.
Oh God, it's got a steel chair. M80 have got Julie set in towards this cheater angle. Kills on Naz and Zoc are going to overwhelm the 5 versus 3 of the CT side. Oh, Sin does not catch them on the transition in towards CT spawn. Tomlinson and Noxy and Luchov get involved in these trades. Oh my God, they are overwhelming them. Swisher comes up good with his Julie set, so he's low HP. Luchov trades back. Lake involved now. Luchov in a 1 versus 2. Can't hold on. Lake with the triple. M80 start and finish the round.
No, some imperfections with the protocols.
Smokes down already towards the A hit. Zoc's not ready for Rek here on the boost, so he'll get the opening kill. Naz has found one out towards the B entry. Meanwhile, look at the B site taking Slacks coming in. Slacks is caught with Sin alongside of the crossfire. They're not ready for the long peek. Slacks is with the spray. Gets the kill. Luchov trades it. Sin back involved. Noxy involved as well. 2 versus 2. The bomb is known. And Tomazin is working up towards mid to cut these rotations. The plant needs to be secured towards B site. A is not a viable option.
They know. They're playing this one together. This is perfect. Surely Thomason gonna get more than one Thomason! What is that? What a double! And you know, that's not the word I wanted to use, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, he's the sheep.
Sin.
Oh my goodness.
What is this?
He's not turning around. Luchov is not looking.
He's going to catch him in the end, though, so we're all good for the most part. Fortunately, it's not a bomb commitment. Switch is going to catch him switching back to his rifle.
There's no one else.
Yeah, A site's been taken for free, but it's still a 4v3 for M80.
That's interesting. This is a forest buy, in case you've forgotten. They don't have a kit, but they still have an AVP. They have an MP9, an M4. I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to see them save.
What's the call here, Sin? Well, M80 trying to engage Rex specifically in from mid. Not able to catch Thomas in. Naz is caught late. That turns it into a 3 versus 3 scenario, but they're still committing to this. Swisher, AK recovered, looking on towards Donut. Needs to check that main angle because he knows that there's at least one player out there. They're on the site with the bomb in their sights, but no kit for the defuse if they're going to hold it. Got to hold it now. Naz picks up Swisher. Down to 2 players. There's a 2v2 insert, but Thomas in has traded back Rek and Slacks alone to move on, move out, run with the AWP, chased down by the Mag 10, in fact, from range. He will get caught. They will lose 4 on the Bestia side, but that was a heavy investment round there from M80. Played the best game possible, and M80, well, do or die from this point on.
Yeah, it really is. And it looks like this series might get the 3rd and final map. It feels like it deserves. Bestia with a convincing 2-0 just a couple days ago, and it's Thomason to open it up. This guy is a demon, and he wants to go to an Anubis.
Oh, man, he is just stellar. He is just stellar, man. Oh. But this is a difficult situation no matter which way you cut it. Zoc has heard them making their way in towards K, and Nad's going to catch that similar information. And Noxy, the AWP, posted first. Smokes down. Peeks in, shots on the Swisher's shoulder. It's good enough for the kill. And Zoc's backstab will be countered by Slacks, but not before taking Sin. 14 HP for the last man to make a move. It doesn't quite get shot down by the AWP, but the AKs are in position to try and support it. The AWP will find its frag in the end. And it is a wonderful, wonderfully one-sided map from Bestia to take us to our 3rd game in this series. Anubis to decide our final team through to the playoffs.
Unless you're flying business class, by the way.
I mean,
then
it's still long.
It's still long, but it could be a night one. Or a nice one. Sorry, not a night one. It's quite late. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, moving forward. This round's already started. And towards that A-bomb side we go. And Naz and Thomas, and they're just kicking this one off with a bang. Just tap it away with the USPs. And I'm afraid, even though M80 will get a bomb plant, courtesy of Sin just being all alone in towards the B-bomb side, this one would require something magical for M80 to run away with the pistol.
Specifically, Sin's going to have to come out with something magical, because Rek on 13 points of health and so far away from the bomb side, can't do much about this. I mean, Sin's even planted towards CT spawn and gone back towards Electric. Swinging into the Julie, Zoc on site. Thomas in quick dome down. Easy pickings for him. Rek in 1-on-5. Overwhelmed in the end. Pistol win. Retake on the CT side of Bestia.
Force by coming in. A couple rifles, a couple pistols, some util. And by the looks of things, a B play.
Set to look towards that site. Noxy sees Rek takes the casualty against him. Starting advantage for M80. Denied on the trades back. Naz turning in against Slacks from range. Swisher's going to get Zoku from range. The SMG finds Lake all the same. So 3-on-2, disallowing again M80 to try and even up the stances here. And even then, the timing might just be good to deny here from Luchov. Sin crossing, gets towards safety as Luchov doesn't check towards the left-hand side and actually runs into Swisher's AK headshot. Secondary pick also is landed. All right, the round just got on here for M80. Naz back towards Temple, leaning forward. Where are the JL player? But Swisher isolates each of those fights. Quadra in the round for him. M80.
Not looking too bad, but Bestia seem to be one step ahead. They are rotating people in here. Big issue is they don't really have guns. They don't really have SMGs, but at least the pistols are going to be here.
Luchov seeing utility coming his way. Slaking.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the 5-7
no.
has just mowed through 3. And Rek and Swisher suddenly stunned into silence. Luchov took barely any damage in that exchange. He's still behind the pillar. His teammates have struck, and he's got a 4th for good measure. What a steal! Not from Bestia, but from Luchov. Rek tagged up early. The counter force from M80 trying to go back and forth with this war of attrition. Zoc receiving him out towards mid in a fight. There's going to be a kill found for him. Thomasin caught Rek elsewhere. Zoc doubling up. Finally does get caught on his damage counts. The Slack assists with, and the kill is Sin. Might even try find Naz to get caught on the reload, but picking up that M4 runs into Noxy. So no trouble, no bother. All the main weapons will stay in here for the CT side. Bestia converting upon that 5-7 round. Now Bestia pushing up to the 4th round. The Flashes will try and see if they can catch off Luchov. Does fall down to Slacks and Dink damage done towards Naz, and they've overwhelmed the bomb site. Noxy can take Sin back. Bombs put off towards Glyph as well. Backups right there. They're doing their damage. They've picked up a rifle or two, turned it onto Noxy. M4 starting to close in towards retaking positions, but the plant will at least be secured for M80. So if nothing else, they've gained the cash bonuses. Counter steal would be lovely for them, though, especially in the eco pistols. No, Thomasin's taking control, so not to be in this case, although M80 got pretty close to their credit.
I can play some proper Counter-Strike. When you're playing against me, if you're not ready, if you're not careful, I can punish. And there goes another one. Thomasin and Naz strike in unison, but the B play is coming in.
Two easy enough picks. Very little damage done comparatively. And Naz going to wait for a shoulder to pop out there against Sin. Slacks' AWP can take Luchov back. Naz is going to get caught in the open, but Zoc does, or Rek rather, does not go in for the peak fast enough. Slacks now, 25 seconds. He's lost the bomb. He's lost the round. He's out of there to save. M80 conceding 5 back to Bestia, who are working up a hell of an advantage, or 2 or 3. 5 to the good right now. 4 in the lead over them, and this is all on the CT side as well.
Yeah, Thomasin is getting fired up. You know they know what that means, right? And M80 might have the right idea here, but with the double con setup, actually, they're going to be safe enough. They will know this is just a fake.
That smoke's back to clear. Rek's going to get out of dodge. Lake, what the hell, Swisher?
Oh my god.
What the hell just happened? The heel turn of M80. Rek is dead to rights. Sin bitten tagged up. Thomasin, he's pushed forward to strike. Swisher going to try and maintain position as he gets it down to a 4 versus 2 with the bomb lost with no time left. M80. Oh my god, everything is going wrong. But what the hell happened there is what I want to know. Holding their nerve, holding their positions. M80 try the slow style of push into canals, into electric. The CTs have at least rotated a man away from the B bomb side, but Luchov is about to see those smokes back away and wait for the reinforcements to return here. Bomb plant will be secured with retake. You can imagine the Bestia will still make it work.
They'll at least give it a good go. Not a lot of util for the CT side though, just the one flash.
Kill found, Luchov down, Sin, the 6 points of health, dead. Zoc, Thomasin trading back. Lake comes up with a kill. Naz going to return. Zoc swings in 2 versus 2. Naz is low. Lake can take him. And this backstab, this late backstab from Noxy. He gets himself 1 pick. Now looking for Lake up out in the open. USP is pulled out. The AWP is still trying to look for the man around the pillar position. And the Galil dives out of the way. Noxy on the bomb. Cannot get the frag for it. And finally, M80 hold around. Doing so little money in reserve. No such troubles for Bestia. Ready to receive towards the B bomb site. Now it's going to turn back in from pillar. Sin back to walk forward. No flash support. Getting a kill. A double up with Luchov support. Naz can double up of his own accord. Slacks and Rek will take 2 to return. Noxy dives in, and that costs him. Did Rek get into that to a 2 versus 2? Backed up now. Even stance. Slacks moving forward to grab that bomb. Zoc Incendiary is going to go down towards default. It will spread towards the back lines to give Slacks a chance to peek in, get a shot, and now leave it all on Thomasin. Making his way up to position, seeing the jump face. Slacks known about swing in with Rex support as well right behind them. They'll get the damage. The kill will come in for the Glock. And M80 connect 2 on the trot.
It's all about the mind games. Well, M80, not really sure if they've been winning those so far today, but at least as you just pointed out, they will give themselves a little bit of a chance. The Swisher's actually picking them apart and towards that B-bomb side. You just walk up B and Swisher's ready to welcome you with open arms. Does he get a fort? Yep, absolutely he does get a fort. He's just a one-man army.
That is a beautiful sequence.
Welcome to the Swish.
Quadra, Decimation, Bestia put quite a lot behind that B defensive. A site completely sieged off the back of that 4K because they know that Thomasin, even if he was holding the A site, wouldn't do much towards them. And he won't be able to do much right now, recognizing that B wasn't even the play. All he was a lurker who just wrecked the round on them. He'll try and make his way up, but without a kit, without utility, making a ton of noise. Swishes on for the ace, he's going to get it. A little bit of momentum boost, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of life left in M80. On that point, there was a sponsor segment I had to do for a tournament a number of years ago where we actually had to read the chat in the min type of things.
Sure.
And actually read out the best messages after the series. Someone literally just calls me a dollar store caster. I'm like, oh, great, cool, thanks. Exactly what I want to see right now, so... Pistol set in, no dollar stores about Wreck. He started things off with a fantastic headshot, but Thomasin goes up to $10 for the kill on the returning trade. 4 versus 4. Sin fighting on. Back here from the electric entrance. He's overwhelmed by Zoc and his Glock. 3 on 3 as Bestia forced to slow things down.
W's in chat and big L. There it goes. Probably get a bomb plan out of this. M80 playing it on a bit of a retake. No kits in the equation for the CT side though, so you gotta be fairly quick with how you go for this one. And Slacks is still on the opposing side of the map, so gotta start making your way back here fairly quickly.
M80 inserting to retake positions. Lake checking glyph, seeing nothing. Checking corner, seeing nothing, making some noise. Central site player tries to act. Zoc gets Swisher. Thomasin comes in with Lake, and we're down to Slacks and Slacks alone. Well known towards the T side. They'll move on, take shots back, but Zoc is going to engage. And Bestia take the pistol. Pushing tons into this round, trying to steal it away and disallow Bestia on what, as you say before, could well be their 10th. Lake taking early damage to the Molotovs, looking like it might just be a split play early. The Fire's trying to suppress them. Sin gets away with a kill. 2, in fact, against Zoc and Lutrov. That's the main presence taken out. The electric players start diving in. Noxy with a through kill. Sin, Mat 10, he's recovered and done so much damage to Thomasin, but the rifle comes up better. And Wreck from range will fight back on Naz. An SMG battle that goes the way of the CT forces, dropping that bomb in the open. Thomasin, he needs the perfect headshots. Baited by Wreck. 2 bullets in the magazine. And the bomb has been picked up, but where's he going to go with it? He's back sight, and the CTs move closer. Thomasin has no idea he's being flanked, and he won't last long. M80, high-risk round, but it pays off dividends. Indeed it was.
Bestia. A big fat W.
They're going in for the quick plays here. Can they get a W of their own right? Flashbangs keeping Swisher blinded. Can't land on any of the open site players. Oh, Luchov straight through the smoke. Has picked up the AK and applied it to perfection. Noxy caught Sid on a straight headshot as well with that scout. Oh, that's a bigger W for the Bestia side.
It's round after round after round, and again and again and again. This is what happened in the first half as well, right? You're looking at M80 that win a force bite. It's all hypes and GGs. It's all laughs around the room. Everyone's happy. Everyone's had a good round. It's great. Life is perfect. You just can't catch a break.
The Hydra. It's like the Hydra. You get one decent start, and then suddenly you're sat there just like, well, I'm going to lose 2, 3 more rounds in return. Oh dear, M80. Bet with the weapon. Thomasin making his way quick up with a max 10, spraying down Lake for a decent kill. A double up not quite secured. Slash to a 4 versus 4. Trying to hold his nervous. Sin slows in as the backstabs. His P250 may have come up trumps again. M4s on Zok and Naz. 2 players that are held outside of the bomb site. The bomb making its way in towards mid to try flank towards the A play. The M80 trying to counteract all that. They've got all their bases covered.
Yeah, they really do. This is them just refusing to go down once again. The bomb's actually going to get planted by Naz. I mean, Zok is still here. Soon enough, he'll have to start moving forward. This round is over. What can you really do about it? I mean, he's lost Naz. They might not be ready for Zok to still be in towards that B-bomb side, and this flank is going to be quite late, but yeah, you're probably just holding onto the rifle right now. They're just going to get the defuse in. M80, they fight back again. Ryan started from the middle part of the map. Smoking towards Cameron started off, smoking towards Temple as well. It's not actually going to go deep enough. This fell a little bit, so that angle in towards the headshot to the back of the brick is free, but there goes the play.
Wreck, dead to right, so the flash blindness. Thomas in with both of those kills. Naz on the bomb site, going to get Slacks to drop, and M80 couldn't find their breaking point. Swisher and Lake have to save as we go back the direction of Bestia, and there is no say in the world for M80.
I mean, you're just taking a bit of a chance going for that type of a play, but now you can even lock them out, and every single player that they lose is going to make such a big difference. Swisher is all alone, and he needs to do his absolute best to stay alive. If he goes down...
Bestia still will face a buy from them. Funds have just built up enough for the CT side for M4s to be out. For the players that, of course, saved their weapons. There's an AK involved for Swisher.
Play.
And Lake is 5-7, is centralized for the site. Just saw the one player popping out from range. The fight on, he's still got a kill on Zok. He's lost his rifle player. Luchov, quick swing to the double. And the Molotov to drive players back as well from Temple. Slacks is not going to force forward, you're right. And even he's chased down by Thomasin. 1 man left in wreck. A 1v4 to clutch up for M80. No money in reserve, no sense in going for it. Best case to save. But Bestia will get to number 11 on the T-side board.
And this entire M80 ship will turn into a wreck any moment now. It's just starting to sink right now financially. Look at the money, and this is the worst part of the force buy wars. At a certain point, one of the teams will lose 2 in a row, and one will win 2 in a row. The one that loses, the one that ends up being on the receiving end, especially if the one on the CT side throughout that 20th season of ESL Pro League, taking down teams that a lot of people wouldn't really believe that was possible to be 2-0'd, but it all might go down here on Anubis against the Bestia side. It could be the nightmare of M80 twice in 2 days as Rek goes down early onto Thomasin.
Then trying to trade him, will get him back. Top fragger in the server for the T side. Overwhelmed, but Luchov has done good work of his own accord and is going to find that next trade against Sin. Man advantage taken. Lake is ready for them to drop back out of the window, turn it into a 3 versus 3. And all 3 of the T side are outside of B main, but not for long. They start backing away, rotating in towards mid to try and play a different angle.
They gotta be afraid about middle, though. This is the difficult part right now for M80, right? You lose all that presence in towards middle. Sin goes down. You lose that one player in towards the A-bomb side. Bestia know it. They can just toy with them. This is still gonna be a B finish. The thing is, they have plenty of time, and they have plenty of room to work with. They can let Noxy look for something.
Press on. Black seen, only a tag shot from Noxy, diving back in towards Canals, getting out of the way as the B site starts to get taken. The bomb is there. Slacks cannot afford to give chase towards the AWP, and the plant will come down for M80. It's a do-or-die retake, and Luchov has seen 2 of the 3. Aware of the man towards middle that could be backstabbing. They'll have to check that at some point soon enough because
no one's
Slacks
looking.
is closing in the pins. I think he just made some noise. Nocty's caught Lake on the AWP. Zork's caught Slack, and it's all Swisher. 1 versus 3. Dead to rights at Bestia's hands as they close a very solid Anubis and a 2-1 series that sends them to the playoffs.